What's up, guys? Just on my way back from the Seahawks rally at Renton City Hall. It was a blast. Met a whole bunch of 12s down there, shooting scenes from my next music video, interviewing 12s, young and old, down there, taking pictures, watching Blitz and the Seagulls and former Seahawks up there, just getting the crowd all amped up, raising up the 12th flag, of course. And yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful day outside. Just couldn't feel more optimistic going into this weekend. Not to say that I'm overconfident or taking it for granted. I know it's going to be a much more competitive game than the first time. But I mean, I like our odds with this team having so many of our pieces back and relatively healthy, having Beast Mode back, having Cam Chancellor back. The only person I think who's not available, unfortunately, is Luke Wilson, which is really unfortunate because he made some pretty good catches against the Vikings last time. But he won't be available, but I believe almost everybody else is good to go for the game. So, yeah, liking the way the team looks going into this opening playoff game. You know, everyone's been talking about the weather being that it's 0 degrees or 1 degree temperatures on the game, 10 o'clock our time, noon over there. But you know, I think it's a little bit of well, look at the sun blasting in there. It's a little bit of making a bigger deal out of than what it really is. I mean, when I think of ice games back in, you know, like the Ice Bowl and those games back in the 60s, now those were brutal, you know, cold games, because back then they just stood out in it and they played in it. Nowadays you got all kinds of technology helping the players on the field. You got stuff under the field keeping the field relatively warm so it doesn't freeze too much. You got seat warmers, you got, you know, heaters, hand warmers, all kinds of equipment to keep these guys are multi-million-dollar paid players. They're not going to let these guys get frostbite over there. So, you know, they're all going to be well taken care of, and really just the key is just being able to execute when they have the ball in their hands. And what I do like about the fact is that our, you know, leader out there in the field, Russell Wilson, has got very big hands, and that is going to be very helpful when it comes to handling the ball, throwing the ball. And if he can do that, I think the receivers, you know, of ours will have the same advantage, a bigger advantage, because Bridgewater does not have big hands, and he comes from Miami originally, so that's not a cold weather boy right there. He may play for Minnesota, but he's a warm weather guy by nature, so it's going to be, I think, extra tough on him, and his, you know, he's got small little hands with gloves. So I think advantage goes to Wilson. And while I think the running game will be big on this, I don't be surprised if Russell slings that rock around more than people are anticipating. Yeah, you know, it's going to be a defense rise up and make stops and force the Vikings into force the Vikings into a one-dimensional team where they can't run the ball. If we stop Adrian Peterson, we win this game, period. That's it. And don't make any turnovers or, you know, major game-changing plays. Play our brand of football, run the ball, control the ball, be efficient, convert third downs, you know, a high percentage in the red zone. You know, we're going to be in very, very good shape. And I'm just feeling very good about this team, you know, what they've been doing for the last 2 months, and just going into it the way we are looking. I mean, I think this team looks better going into the postseason, more efficient and as an offense than they have in any of the previous ones. Even the season we won the Super Bowl, I've talked about how even then, that season, we still had problems in the red zone scoring, even in that Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 48. So we are performing as a team, offensively anyway, better than we have in the previous 3 years that we've been in the postseason. And the defense is continuing their tops as a scoring defense. So add that all together, we should win this game. All right, I am heading down to California tomorrow to join the Southern California Seahawkers. Woo! down in Culver City at the Backstage Bar and Grill. It's going to be a blast. I've never been there before. Heard a lot about it though, and can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun meeting some awesome 12s down there, and I can't wait to share the experience of watching this first 2015-2016 playoff game, and hopefully walking out of there feeling good about a win. All right, I know everyone else will be watching, so let's go get it done, baby. Seahawks! Woo! Go Hawks!